Welcome back to another clay video. Today, we are going to create every type of seedling pot from the new game Pikmin Bloom. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be using some Cosclay. The main reason for this is that this block of clay has been sitting around for over a year, and I guess I was feeling a little bit adventurous and wanted to try painting something. After forming 8 equally sized balls, it's time to start hollowing out the center. We can do this by pressing the ball tool right into the center of it and shaping the outside of it with our hands until we have a nice little Pikmin pot. I repeated these steps for every different type of pot, and now we have 8 Pikmin pots. So let's use some sandpaper and we'll get that nice ceramic pot texture on the outside of it. It felt really weird using a plain color of clay and painting it afterward, because usually I'm worried about the clay getting dirty, but this time I didn't really have to worry about that because I'm just gonna paint over all of the dirt and filth on it anyway. Now our pots are ready to get baked. After baking, we can break out the painting mat and start mixing our first color. This is going to be the inner part of the pot. I'm going for that sort of classic pot look where it's that orangish red color. I think I matched this color pretty good, so let's choose our paintbrush. This is one of the few times I actually thought ahead during a project, and I thought I don't even have to paint very far down into this pot because it's just going to be covered up with dirt. So I'm leaving the whole bottom of it completely unpainted. And I gotta say, I'm actually pretty glad that I thought about this because I would have wasted a lot of time painting the whole inside of the pot. With the inside of the pots done, we can move on to the outside. And this way that I'm painting it is the really long, boring way to paint it. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks on how to paint things a lot easier and quicker. The first method is to just simply smack it with your paintbrush. Another method is to drop it on the table and slam the colors into it. Now that we have our pots all painted, we can break out the paint marker to make the extra little details. 7 out of 8 of the pots have the exact same design on them, just in some different colors. So first we're going to be using this yellowish brown marker on the first 5 pots. The main color of the pot symbolizes what Pikmin you'll get from it, with the exception of the huge seedling, which gives you a guaranteed decorated Pikmin every time. I think, however, it's completely random, so you might get duplicates, but it's still a nice way to get them without having to walk anywhere. Although, in order to pluck it, you need to walk 10,000 steps, which is 9,000 more than a usual Pikmin. If walking 10,000 steps just to get a Pikmin sounds a little bit painful, you can just shake the phone with your hand. And I may or may not have done that a couple of times. Moving on, we need to fill up this jar with some dirt. I want to put some dirt inside of the Pikmin pots. I think that will look a lot cooler than clay. I picked a pretty bad time to do this since it's starting to snow and the ground is getting really hard. I don't know if there's a science to this, but I thought it would be best to bake this clay, not only to dry it out, but to kill whatever type of bacteria or whatever is living inside of the dirt. So I'm throwing this in the oven for a bit. I learned 2 things about baking dirt. 1, it actually does really dry out the dirt. 2, it smells really, really bad. The whole house smelled terrible after baking this dirt. I don't know what was in the dirt that made that happen, but it was bad. I thought it would have been pretty cool to grow some actual seedlings inside of this, but I didn't have enough time before I posted the video, so you're gonna get some clay leaves. I'm forming out the leaves with this little ball of clay and drawing in the details with the knife. And we basically have to just repeat this step 8 times. And now make the stems, which also are all exactly the same as each other. After attaching all the leaves, we are ready to get baked. After baking, we just simply need to take these leaves and press them into the dirt. And I think that looks really good. So let's do that to the rest of the pots. After our final leaf, here it is, the different types of seedling pots from Pikmin Bloom. I hope you all enjoyed the creation of these different seedlings. Let me know in the comments which pot is your favorite. I have a couple other pretty cool ideas for some Pikmin things, but I would also like to hear your ideas in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.